Welcome to Mr. Magazine, your daily front row seat to the hidden dramas behind the glittering lights of fame. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most talked about stories of recent weeks, the emotional collapse of the radiant actress Mahassine Merabet, a young star whose tear-stained words, "I can't take it anymore," have ignited a storm across social media and the entertainment world. It all began on what was supposed to be an ordinary evening event. Cameras flashed, journalists crowded, and Mahassine, as always, appeared composed, a picture of grace under pressure. But as questions rained down, something cracked. Her eyes filled, her voice trembled, and for the first time, the smiling mask of a beloved celebrity fell away. In a single moment, she reminded everyone watching that behind every red carpet smile hides a heart that bleeds the same. Witnesses described the moment as haunting. Merabet, dressed elegantly and surrounded by fans and photographers, was asked about her latest projects. Instead of her usual warmth, she faltered. Her lips quivered, her eyes glistened, and she whispered the words that would echo through every entertainment headline. "Everyone expects me to be strong, but I'm also human. I can't take it anymore." Those few words were enough to silence the crowd. In seconds, the video went viral, shared, reshared, dissected, and debated. What did she mean? Was it exhaustion, heartbreak, or something darker behind the scenes? Within hours, hashtags bearing her name trended across platforms. Fans poured out their hearts, "Stay strong, Mahassine. You're not alone. Take a break, Queen." Thousands rallied behind her, yet the question lingered like smoke in the air: what exactly broke this seemingly unstoppable star? Before we dive deeper, don't forget, you're watching Mr. Magazine, where we explore the hidden truths of fame. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and if you want to help us uncover more stories from behind the velvet rope, click join to support our growing community. Those close to Mahassine have painted a picture that many in the industry will recognize: relentless shooting schedules, sleepless nights, and the silent weight of constant perfection. Her days reportedly began before dawn and ended long after midnight, moving from one set to another, giving herself entirely to every role. Success, however, can be both a blessing and a trap. For Merabet, fame came swiftly, perhaps too swiftly. Her performances drew praise, her fan base grew, and every smile she flashed became headline material. Yet with every step upward came the invisible chains of expectation. She's strong, people would say. She can handle it. But who, really, can handle everything? Whispers from her inner circle suggest that the actress has been struggling to balance her meteoric career with a private life that has grown increasingly fragile. Some insiders hint at a romantic disappointment, others point to creative burnout, and a few mention toxic production environments that left her physically and emotionally drained. Still, nothing has been confirmed, and that's exactly why the mystery continues to grip the public imagination. Every star has a limit, and it seems Mahassine reached hers that night. One colleague described her recent behavior as running on fumes, noting that she would often skip meals, hide tears behind laughter, and throw herself into work to drown out the chaos within. Some sources close to production claim she had recently clashed with members of her management team, while others insist that the exhaustion was purely self-inflicted, the natural result of a young woman trying too hard to meet impossible standards. And then, there's the more intimate theory, that her words weren't about work at all, but about love. Could a private heartbreak have been the real wound beneath her tears? Tabloid insiders whisper that she may have been struggling with a quiet, painful breakup, a story she never intended to share publicly. Whether true or not, her teary admission has now become the emotional Rorschach test of an entire generation of fans who see their own struggles mirrored in her words. Social media erupted in empathy. Overnight, #WeStand with Mahassine top trending lists. Fans from across the world shared personal stories of burnout, heartbreak, and the pressure to appear perfect. The collective message was clear: even stars are allowed to be human. One fan wrote, "You gave us joy when we needed it, now let us give you strength." Another said, "Don't burn yourself out for a world that claps louder when you fall." In a culture that too often equates vulnerability with weakness, Merabet's tears became a rare, powerful act of honesty. Yet behind the praise, some critics accused her of dramatizing her emotions for publicity, a cruel suggestion that spread quickly in certain corners of the internet. Fame, after all, is a double-edged sword. It gives visibility, but it also invites judgment from millions who will never truly understand the cost of being watched. While her fans poured out support, Mahassine's management agency remained notably quiet. No official statement, no clarification, just silence. Insiders claim that the team is carefully considering how to address the situation, unsure whether to frame her words as an expression of burnout or a private matter. Meanwhile, rumors have begun to swirl that the actress may soon step back from her career for a short period, perhaps a few weeks, perhaps longer. Some close friends say she has already started seeking quiet refuge away from the cameras. Others believe she will use this time to heal, re-evaluate her priorities, and decide what truly matters beyond fame. By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive, don't forget, you're watching Mr. Magazine, where we don't just report the story, we tell the human truth behind it. Tap that like, leave a comment, and tell us, do you think Mahassine should take a break from acting? Or should she push forward and prove her resilience once again? What makes this story so gripping is how familiar it feels. Behind every dazzling award show, every perfect Instagram post, there's a heartbeat that stumbles under the weight of expectation. Mahassine Merabet isn't the first star to reach breaking point, but perhaps she's one of the few brave enough to admit it aloud. Her words, "I can't take it anymore," are not just a confession, they're a mirror. A mirror reflecting the impossible standards that both the industry and audiences impose on their idols. When success becomes a cage, even applause can sound like pressure. And yet, there's beauty in her honesty. Because in those trembling words, countless others, actors, fans, dreamers, found themselves. In an industry obsessed with perfection, Mahassine reminded the world that fragility, too, is part of being human. For now, the actress remains out of the public eye. Her closest confidants say she is surrounded by supportive friends, possibly considering therapy or travel to distance herself from the frenzy. No official statement has been released, but one thing is certain: when she returns, she will do so on her own terms. As for her fans, they're waiting, watching, hoping. Whether her next chapter is one of comeback or reinvention, her name will continue to echo through the halls of fame as a reminder of how thin the line between glory and grief can be. And that's where we'll leave Mahassine Merabet's story for now, a portrait of light and shadow, strength and surrender. But tell us, what do you think really broke her? Was it love, work, or the unbearable loneliness of fame itself? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Magazine, your exclusive window into the untold stories behind celebrity life. Tap like, hit join if you'd like to support us, and stay tuned, because in this world, the truth always finds a way to shine through the tears. Until next time, this is Mr. Magazine, where the stars tell their stories, and the stories never end.